Let's start with a deep breath of abundance. Abundance, because it's natural. Nothing you work for, nothing a banker can give you, nothing your boss can give you. Abundance is natural. Let's start with that deep breath. Let's all do that together. Let's take that big deep breath and realizing that Calder has these smoke-filled lungs, but even he and me can take that deep breath together of abundance. And then savor it. Feel it expand inside your being. Don't just blow it out right away. Go ahead. A deep breath of abundance. And then, good. You know, all energy is yours. You know that, don't you?
Of course.
Mentally.
Of course,
Yes.
I know that.
Yes, but then applying it into your life, letting it into your life, it's a different thing because there's a pattern of holding back. There's a pattern of believing that it's somebody else's, something else's. So there's a pattern of really limiting it, but we're going to blow it open right now. There's no excuses. There's no not doing it. There's no waiting for tomorrow. Let's take a good deep breath together. And relax. Breathe in your abundance. Go ahead, breathe in your energy, your abundance. Breathe in your beauty. Breathe in all that you are. Breathe in every experience that you've had. There's sometimes this resistance to, well, the breath is a good indicator of how you're letting energy in. Are you breathing freely and openly? Or are you making excuses? Or are you just limiting the breath so you have barely enough oxygen coming in? You take a good deep breath, a fulfilled breath of your energy, of your abundance, of your free energy body. And yeah, it's a little tough at first, because there is a natural built-in resistance to doing it. And most people don't take that good deep breath of their energy. A lot of Shumber, you've been leaving. Stop that. Stop that. You don't have to. Linda Farrell was ill for a long time. And I'm going to tell you something that it may not go over so well for some of you. She fought her illness for a long time. No more of that. You don't fight the illnesses. When the energy is yours, what are you fighting? Well, you're only going to be fighting yourself. And what fighting yourself is going to do is make you even more sick. It's going to confirm your state of imbalance and disease. So you're only fighting yourself. No, you breathe it in. So COVID, it really started up at the very beginning of the year, arguably even about 1 year ago this time, and swept across the planet. It's taken a lot of lives. It's gotten a lot of people sick, but more than anything, what it's done is changed consciousness on the planet. As difficult as COVID has been, particularly with all the deaths and all the fear surrounding it, I want you to be able to breathe it in. I want you to feel into this for a moment. As you're breathing in this whole dynamic of COVID on the planet with compassion, those 1.5 million who crossed over. Whereas in the past, most of them would have gotten stuck in the near-Earth realms. 85% would have got stuck in the near-Earth realms for sure. Now, with all the changes that have occurred in all of cosmos, now about, I have to get my numbers right, but almost 70% now have gone on to the new Earths. So when they do come back, some of them actually already have. When they do come back, they're coming back with more consciousness and less baggage. From my perspective, what's happening on the planet right now is a tremendous surge of consciousness. It's pretty simple. You have an event like COVID come along, everybody's got to stay home. When they stay home for a long period of time, they do this thing that most humans really, really fear. They self-assess. They have to take a look at themselves. You know exactly what it's like. You've done that. And that's really what was the result of either caused your awakening or came shortly after your awakening. Now we have a whole planet doing it. Not everybody, but enough. That consciousness changes on the planet. We're going to talk now about thinking. Thinking. Humans think far too much, and they don't know anything else. They think about thinking, but there's another way to do it. That's the "and" of what we're doing here. Most people just think and forget to experience, but masters, they do it different. So right under here, the first thing is logic. In the linear world of the human, there's logic. What's the master counterpart? Linda, any fantasy?
Oh.
Fantasy.
Cool.
Now, fantasy, the word has its origins in the word imagination, but also, if you really dig deep into the word history, it also has its origins in just meaning to go through, to open and allow. Let's take a deep breath with that and go on to the next one over here. Under linear, we got time. Time brings about gravity, and I'll call it time-space. What would be the opposite of time? Eterna. Aeterna. And what that means is without the need for time. And this is the natural way of all that is. It doesn't have the element of time. Next on our list, let's put memories. Now, memories and facts, neither one of them are fully complete. The master, instead of a lot of memories and a lot of facts, the master is simply going for experience. And there's one more on the list here to top it off. Judgment. You, typical human living their logical life, confined in time and space, holding on to memories which are not really true, and they're calling them facts when indeed they're just emotions and fear, then gets very judgmental. And the judgments now close them down. What does the master do? I'll just call it as is. As is. The master simply looks and says, look at that energy. It's as is. It is what it is. This is the way the master lives. And you don't have to work at this. You don't have to remember a thing I said. It's happening anyway. That's why you're feeling a little odd. That's why you're having weird dreams, feeling that you can't make up your damn mind about anything. Well, that's good, because then you don't go to judgment and old memories, and you're just as is, a being, a wise being in experience.